These aren't even characters. This is the character creation set. You ain't ever played a Dungeons and Dragons style tabletop game. You don't know. You don't even know yet. This is just choosing the portrait. You want to do dwarf stuff? So you don't want to be half demon? I'm always fond of the half demons personally. They get cool extra stuff. I can give that a try. Okay. So, you got 9 potential races to choose from. You can do human, elf, dwarf, gnome, halfling, which is somehow even smaller. I wouldn't have thought that would be different. Half elf, half orc. A lot of these are fairly self-explanatory. Aasimar, which are like half human, half like god or some kind of divine entity, and Tiefling, which is ditto but for demons. So, and they each have different like traits you can give too. Like this is something with gameplay benefits and stuff to it. So humans are sort of very plastic. You can take them any direction you want. They get a +2 bonus of an ability to their choice. Elves have senses, sort of dark vision. They've got magic, natural elven magic, and immunities to some things, and also a familiarity with elven weapons. Dwarves have just like a shit of... Yeah, that's why I'm explaining it. I love that with dwarfs it's got like, they're slow but stable so they don't get knocked down. They're hardy, but they're super racist against orcs and goblinoids, so got that to go with. Yeah, they've each got their own stuff to them, but it doesn't matter a ton. Let's see, what have the Aasimar got? Because usually I'd pick either an Aasimar or a Tiefling, because it's just like, why wouldn't you? That's my, like, set. Most Aasimar do not know exactly where their celestial powers came from, and the similar qualities of many such celestially touched beings hint at a relatively indistinct or all-encompassing heavenly force in their lineage. Some, however, possess more unique traits and abilities inherited from their supernal forebears, attributes that hint at the precise type of celestial being that affect their ancestors. So basically you get to tweak, like, what kind of celestial being did that. Aasimar possess the ability to manifest halos. They can create a light centered on their head at will. While using a halo, they gain a +2 circumstance bonus on saving throws against becoming blinded or dazzled. So basically, it's harder to blind them and they have a source of light at will. Aasimar have acid resistance 5, cold resistance 5, and electricity resistance 5. Okay. Tieflings have that for cold, electricity, and fire, and they also have you know, lineage bonuses you can get for them. So basically, the question I'm asking is, do you want to go demon or angel? Well, I mean, the thing is, so like, this is only the start. Once you've chosen your race, you then have to choose like other stuff. So like, well, what happens if I pick Aasimar? So you gotta pick your class next. There's 16 classes, and each class has subclasses because this is how it goes. Okay. Got alchemists, which, oh my god, they all have a lot of stuff. They can make bombs and mutagens, and they're capable of throwing anything. Ooh. Barbarians, which are big fights, but they need to be like, I don't ever pick barbarians, to be honest. Bard, which is your song boys. It's a support class basically. Not really something you pick for the main character, but you could if you wanted, I guess. Cleric, which is for healing. It's a divine priest healer. Doesn't have the, you need prerequisite, doesn't have the following features. Atheism. Druids for your nature magic and your animal summoning. Fighters for fighting. Like, I don't want to be fucking glib about it, but it's a fighter is the one that, like, do you not really know what you want to do in future? Pick fighter, and you can just fucking, I don't know, pick from whatever happens as you go. Inquisitors. That's some news for me. Okay, so this is a religious-based combat class, I guess. Huh. Kineticist. Oh, elemental magic. Alright, that's neat. Magus, which is, I think, classic spellcaster. Oh, are these, oh, neat. These are like, sword mages. That's cool. Monks, which are your barehanded, martial artist strikers. I mean, monks are pretty weird because you can generally output a lot of damage with a monk, but fucking, you do not have a weapon. Paladin, which are your divine warriors. They need to be lawful good. They have to be the biggest narcs in the world at all times. But they do get a lot of cool defensive powers and stuff. Sword magic does sound pretty interesting. Rangers, which is your combat class nature kind of dude. Like, he's basically Aragorn from Lord of the Rings. But, yeah. Rogues for stealing, and for stealth, and for trap disarming, stuff like that. Slayer. So, combat master weapon proficiencies, and assuming like single target assassins, I guess. Sorcerers, which are your fighter mages. They learn a small set of spells, but they learn them real good, so they can cast them more often and with more power. They have the ability to detect magic, which is cool. And wizards, which are wide-ranging spellcasters, but don't cast any of them as powerfully as a sorcerer might. And then, of course, once we pick that, you have fucking archetypes within your goddamn sets. I do actually kind of like Magus, so... Magi spent much of their time traveling the world, learning whatever martial or arcane secrets they can find. They might spend months learning a new sword-fighting style from a master warrior, while simultaneously moonlighting at the local library, poring through tomes of ancient lore. Most who take this path dabble in all sorts of lore, picking up anything that might aid them in search of perfection. Features and abilities: spell combat, some arcane magic, some weapon skills, some cantrips, the ability to detect magic, knowledge of the arcane and of the world, the ability to use magic device, some athletic skills, and some persuasion skills. Oh shit, here you go, class progression. You are oh god, you get 4 different archetypes you can choose from. So you got your classic base magus, Eldritch Scion. Unlike traditional magi, Eldritch Scions do not study tomes of magic or spend time learning to combine martial and magical skills. Rather, Eldritch Scions find that their spells and abilities come to them instinctively. They get bloodline skills, Eldritch powers, so it's basically like Cthulhu. Oh, I love this type of game. These are the stuff I used to play in high school. Sword Saint spends his life focusing his training and meditation to a rapturous perfection of the use of a single weapon, which is usually, but not always, a sword, channeling his arcane might through it in a dizzying and deadly dance, beyond the abilities of even the greatest of mundane warriors. Which is, I mean, it's a fucking magic knight, basically. Eldritch Archer. The Eldritch Archer rains magical attacks down on her foes, so it's ranged weapons plus magic, which is neat. You want to do Sword Saint, do you? I'd be interested in Sword Saint. Although I do want to. What do we got for sorcerer? Because sorcerers sometimes have like Imperial Sorcerer. Your heavenly power derives from insight rather than force of personality. Sylvan, which is for nature stuff. Okay, so there's no Dragon Sorcerer set, which is what I would go for there. Yeah, we'll go Magus. Wait, is there one in Wizard then? Bomber? No. Okay. Where's Monk? Some of these have fucking Scaled Fist. There it is. It's right there. I thought it would be. Steeped in traditions that trace their origins to the warrior monks who trained under the tutelage of draconic masters, Scaled Fists eschew passive introspection in favor of unshakable confidence. Scaled Fists learn to combine brutal intimidation with the brazen ferocity of an ancient worm to devastate their foes. You get Scaled Fist bonus feats. I think we're gonna go with the Magus. Yeah, we'll do Sword Saint. That sounds fun. Now, you're not going to get a ton of Do you want him to be right-handed or left-handed? Because this is a choice you have to make. Yes. Wow, the face options does not change a lot, actually. Golden skin, golden skin. Kind of there for the silver hair, honestly. It probably doesn't, but it will matter in certain cases a lot. Yeah. I'm okay with the blue and red primary secondary color stuff. You'll be wearing armor most of the time anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Choose heritage. Okay, here's where it starts to get interesting, because, like, what kind of fucking... what kind of fucking thing is your angelic parentage? So you can go with, well, you can choose don't know as an answer, which means you get a +2 racial bonus to wisdom and charisma, +2 racial bonus to persuasion, and perception checks can use the Searing Light spell once per day. Or you can do Angelkin, which are immortal paragons of exceptional beauty, and they serve as exemplars of good and light regardless of the myriad forms they may take. They have a +2 bonus to strength and charisma, +2 bonus on lore, religion checks, use magic device checks, and can use the lesser restoration spell. So they got healing once per day as a sort of racial feature. Emberkin. Masters of fire magic, Emberkin feel the dual pull of their Peri forebear, as well as that of the fallen angel further down their ancestry, and wrestle with their urges to do both good and evil. Peri-blooded Asimars have a +2 bonus to intelligence and charisma, +2 bonus on religion checks and arcana checks, so religion and magic, and can use the burning arc spell once per day. Idlekin. Idlekin possess bestial aspects and calm dispositions, and often act as peaceful intermediaries between lawful and chaotic agents of good. Gatheon-blooded Asimar have a +2 bonus to charisma and constitution, +2 racial bonus on lore, nature, and perception checks, and can use the Summon Nature's Ally spell 3 once per day. Lawbringers are champions of justice and of doling out punishment to the wicked, and often believe chaos is the cause of all moral suffering. Archon-blooded Asimar have a +2 bonus on Constitution and Wisdom, +2 bonus on Persuasion and Perception, and can use the Hold Person spell, so paralysis once per day. Magic paralysis. Muse-touched. The Muse-touched epitomize freedom and joy and travel the world to liberate less fortunate individuals. They have a +2 bonus to Dexterity and Charisma, +2 bonus on Persuasion and Mobility checks, and can use the Glitter Dust spell once per day, which I imagine is dazzling, but I don't know off the top of my head. Plumekith. Their shimmering avian features make Plumekith instantly recognizable. Though they can act rashly, Plumekith never shirk their duty after making a commitment. Garuda-blooded Asimar have a +2 bonus to Dexterity and Wisdom, +2 bonus on Mobility and Athletics checks, and can use the Invisibility spell once per day, so bird person. Any of those fucking call to you. Because I'm thinking the Summon Nature's Ally 3 spell sounds good. I'm gonna pick the Beast Blood one. So you get summon Nature's Ally once per trick. That sounds good. All right, and here's your ability points. You've got like 6 basic skills. You got Strength, Dexterity, Constitution, Intelligence, Wisdom, and Charisma, and you have 25 points to disperse among this as you wish. Which, for a Magic Knight, you will want high intelligence is important. High strength. And high dexterity. This is I'm gonna go in and put my fingers into this because fucking yeah. Okay, what skills do you want? So you basically have at times in the game will go like, you know, if you need an athletics check, it'll be like you need to like jump out of the way of something, or to close a gap, or do something of like physical fitness related. The game will be like, do an athletics check, and they'll roll the dice plus your modifier, and if you can beat whatever the opponent or whatever you're trying to do rolls, then you win, or you can lose them too, which causes you to suffer. And you've got a bunch of different possible checks for all that kind of stuff. You got one for athletics, you got one for mobility, which is for running and jumping and like your ability to be coordinated, stuff like that. You've got trickery, which is for your delicate stuff like opening traps and locks and stealing shit. You got stealth, which is your ability to remain hidden, obviously. Knowledge, Arcana, and World, which are your knowledge of the world and magic. Ditto with Nature and Religion. You've got a perception check for, are you able to like notice shit that you probably should want to notice. Persuasion for Trickin' Folk, and use Magical Device for, yeah. So I'm going to dump a point into use Magical Device, point into Perception, point into Knowledge Arcana, and a point into Athletics. Okay, so you get 1 base feat, which is your special ability that you get, or rather, one of your special ability you get at rank 1 for your character. So Arcane Strike. Spending a swift action each round, you can imbue your weapons with a fraction of your power. In 1 round, your weapons deal +1 damage and are treated as magic for the purposes of overcoming damage reduction. Combat casting is probably pretty good for... I just want to really hone in on just how fucking many of these there are. And there's even some that are locked, which you'll get later on as you go through the thing. Including, and I can't stress this enough, Dragon Style. I am, however, going to do combat casting so we can cast spells in the heat of battle more quickly. Chosen Weapon. Sword Saint is proficient in a single weapon, in simple weapons, and in a single martial or exotic melee weapon of his choice. A Sword Saint is not proficient. Okay, so I got a chosen weapon. Here we go. I love this. So you can gain proficient. Your chosen weapon can be biting. Dueling swords, Earthbreaker, Elven Curve Blade, Estoc, Falcata. Oh my god! Oh, it just keeps going. Oh, Gnome Hooked Hammer. Gore, Great Axe, Great Club, Great Sword, Hand Axe, Heavy Flail, Heavy Mace, Heavy Pick, if you want to use a fucking pickaxe as your weapon. Kama, Kukri. There's so many of these though. Nunchucks. Oh my god, it just keeps going. And I want to make clear, this is a choice for a single character class ability. Star Knife? Let's just go with longsword, honestly. Choose your spells, motherfucker! Okay, so these are all largely familiar to me. So the standard start is Magic Missile, which is you get your standard magic bolts. Get your Burning Hands for fire. Large person sounds like fun. Shields are good. Strike, Vanish, and Shocking Grasp, so we can get a lot of offensive spells and some sort of stuff to go with it. Here's your fucking, oh man, your alignment chart has a lot of stuff in it. So basically there's 6 alignment stuff. depending on like whether you're good, evil, or neutral, and also your like positions upon that zone. So lawful good characters are fucking narcs. They only ever follow the rules. Neutral good can go either way. Chaotic good is like, fuck the rules, I'm doing what's right. There's also chaotic evil, which is, I mean, fuck the rules, I'm doing what's wrong. Lawful evil, where you will be evil within the system you find yourself in. And you've also got like neutral variants on either side there. Chaotic neutral has always mystified me a little bit because fuck the rules, I'm going to do what's neutral. Like, the general rules I go by for this is lawful good characters are narcs and boring as fuck. Chaotic evil characters are cartoon characters, and neutral characters are boring. So generally I'll either go chaotic good or like somewhere on the... Ironically, like, if you're good, not being bound by the rules is more interesting, but if you're evil, being bound by the rules is more interesting. So I'm thinking neutral good, just as like the start.
I'll take care of it.
Oh!
Let's shake a leg.
Our time has come.
We can march.
Interesting. Let's shred them!
I do not find this to be useful.
I stand ready.
Aim carefully. Heal me quickly.
I'm wounded.
Hey, have a look! This is my chance to run.
This
I will.
quick. You should have run. Wherever. I'll take care of it. The mere flesh wound.
You can do confident. Now, unfortunately, we are getting close to the end of the character creator, but not necessarily close to the end of the like, the game's still downloading. I don't know how much longer this is going to let me go on for. So choose name. I don't know, do we have a name for this? You got a fucking birth month for this character, by the way. You gotta pick their birthday. But these are all like silly months, so... whatever, honestly. Okay, we need to name this fool. I know, but you don't like that, so I'm kind of asking whether you want to get in there and poke around a bit. Alright then.
A trivial task.
So I like Summon Nature's Ally a lot, and the reason why is because it comes with 3 options. Summon Nature's Ally Leopard, Summon Nature's Ally Mites, which are fine, and Summon Nature's Ally Giant Frogs. Well, we get to choose what we want to summon each time, I think, which is good. Now, how much voice acting
Our
will this
story
have?
started at the mansion of an Aldori sword lord. Drawn by the promise of a most dangerous task and a commensurately huge reward, heroes of all stripes gathered here.
Thank God, it's some voice acting.
Where are they? This is taking forever. We didn't even say what this was for, just that the Aldori were looking for heroes. Who are the Aldori anyway, rich folk?
If you can't be patient, no one's keeping you here. Just go back to your mountains or whatever hole you crawled out of. The Aldori Sword Lords run the premier school for the dueling arts. They're also the richest and most influential group in this part of Brevoy. Take that tone with them, and they'll teach you some manners pretty quickly.
Now, the other fun thing, the sort of new update that has been happening in these sorts of games since the internet came out is that you can they give you hyperlinks to explain what these fucking things are when you go across them, which was never in the old ones, but they're here now. So if you want to find out what the Aldori Sword Lords are, you can. Woohoo. Okay, so it literally is, it's a dueling school for rich pricks.
All right, you purple toad, just shut your trap. And if you can't, I'll help you.
Hush! Quiet! They're coming.
Greetings, everyone. I am Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori, and this is Lord Mayor Yosef Selimius of Restov. Welcome to my mansion.
We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for responding to our call. You may be few, but that's unavoidable. We need only the best of the best for this task. And I see true heroes before me, strong and fearless, exactly what Restov needs.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Now, to the point. South of here, just beyond Brevoy's border, lies a region known as the Stolen Lands. This is disputed territory, and while it's long been claimed by nearby states, it's never been truly taken. I won't bore you with the legal technicalities. Suffice to say that anyone with enough courage and power to seize the Stolen Lands and name themselves Baron or Baroness, claiming dominion, well, none of the neighboring states would be able to challenge it. Of course, Restov would be first to recognize the legitimacy of this new state, as well as the noble title of its founder. Unfortunately, one serious obstacle stands between you and this title. A gang of bandits holds sway in the Stolen Lands. Their chief, who they call the Stag Lord, considers himself the rightful owner of these lands, and no one has yet been able to challenge his power. Bring me his head, and you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands as their legal ruler. Any questions?
There's a whole team of us. Who exactly will receive the Baron's title?
I will, of course. I'm the leader of this team, after all. Don't worry, though. I'll make it worth your while to help me.
We haven't yet begun, and you already speak of divvying rewards. What makes you think we'll even succeed? There's little point arguing over who gains the title when we'll most likely lose our lives there.
If I may please answer the question.
She takes a long pause, waiting for the voices to die down as everyone directs their attention toward her.
We believe you're all equally deserving of a noble title. Over the course of your expedition, it will be up to you as a team to decide which of you is best suited to rule.
Why not just recognize this Stag Lord as Baron?
That's a good point. As I see it, this Stag Lord already holds power over the region with confidence. Many noble bloodlines were started by bandits who just got lucky, weren't they?
Perhaps because we do have standards to maintain. This room has seen many celebrations of adventurers, and even those who just got lucky. But giving a noble title to a bandit lord? That's one thing that's never happened here, and it won't while I still breathe.
helping us found a barony? What do you gain from such generosity?
Don't ask stupid questions. Why should you even care? What they have to gain and why, that's for Lady Aldori and I to discuss. It's none of your concern. Your only concern is to swing your sword around, or whatever it is you do.
Of course, we stand to benefit from this enterprise. But if you're concerned that we intend to rule your country from afar, using you as a front, well, please know that these concerns are unfounded. Let's just say that we have a strong interest in the region's stability. We have need of a ruling power we can negotiate with, not bandit gangs and monster hordes.
What is that smell in the air? Is it the smell of unspoken words and political intrigue?
What rewards can we expect exactly?
And what reward would you seek beyond a noble title and your own lands?
We'll absorb the costs of preparing and equipping your expeditions. Once you return victorious, Restov will also allocate you a significant sum to provide financial support for you to establish your country. Essentially, we'll help you build your capital. I hope such a reward is satisfactory.
Words, words, words. Significant, financial. I can't fill my belly with pretty words.
Of course. There will also be an official banquet held in your honor. All of Rostov's high society will gather to celebrate your feat.
Now you're talking.
Alright.
Excellent. You venture forth tomorrow. For now, you can take some time to get to know one another better. Or you can head straight to your guest rooms to get some rest. You'll find we've already prepared supplies for you there. And thank you again for agreeing to take part in this expedition. I wish you luck.
Thank you again, with all my heart, for replying to this call. The flare in your eyes reveals your courage, the unshakable will that distinguishes true heroes. I look at you, O champions of Restov, and doubt not for a second that you'll be victorious. So venture forth toward your feet. Go, and return in triumph.
Okay, why are you buttering us up so much?
Hi, my name's Lindsay. I'm a bard, though this is my first real adventure. So, shall we go teach this stag lord a lesson?
I'm Ren, pleased to meet you.
Actually, I also wanted to ask you something. How do you feel about this Tartuccio fellow? I think he's pretty obnoxious personally. He appointed himself head of the team, and he's just after the Baron's crown, or whatever it is barons wear. Doesn't matter. I don't like him. I think you should be team leader. When I first saw you, I couldn't help but think, now here's a real hero. Someone who'll be praised in poems and songs. This is the person I'll write my book about.
A book?
Damn, I should have led with that. Please, just let me explain. You know what the trouble with most heroes' biographies is? They're always written years later, based on the tales of, best case, people who saw things from the outside. Worst case, someone heard about it from their brother, who heard it from their friend, who heard it from their cousin, and so on, adding a new batch of lies each time. Every time I read about a heroic journey, I think to myself, why didn't they just bring a bard with them to write it all down properly? And then I thought, I could be that bard. I just needed to find a suitable hero and volunteer to follow along on their glorious adventure. A great plan, huh? And here we are, with a heroic journey lying before us. Who's going to be the hero? Some dwarf who keeps muttering about how we'll all die? Or maybe that horrific scythe lady? Or, God's forbid, Tartuccio? No way.
Not a bad plan. It's settled then. I'll accomplish the feats and you'll write them down.
Deal. All right. I'm going to my room to write about tonight. See you in the morning.
That's what we call getting a party together. Hey, here we go. Alright, so nobody's really doing a talking. What's going on?
The mansion's under attack. We need to help.
Yeah, that tracks.
Some villains broke in and started killing everyone. I barely made it. Hurry, we have to help the guards fight off the attackers or we'll all be cut down one by one.
Yeah, what he said. Oh, this is a dude what came in. Combat can happen in real-time or turn-based modes. In real-time mode, you can pause the game at any time to assess, or just really tell me how to do that. To pause or unpause, press square. Okay.
Their life ends here. This will hurt.
Okay. You did real good, guy.
My skills are absolute.
It's time to act.
Okay, so I got my spells on the action bar. What am I...
I am never wrong.
What am I looking at equipment-wise here? Holding a longsword, you know, the thing we chose for our character.
We should move.
Wait.
I'm always ready. My skills are absolute.
I'll take care of it.
All right.
I'm there.
Nice. Cool. Gold coins and a bloodstone.
I do what I must.
Gold coins and incense
never
for
wrong.
selling. It's an RPG. You steal everything you can. Old map of Avestan. Gold coins. And again, this is another thing. We're like, oh wait, this fucking game has entire books, but I'm not going to be doing that unless it's really interesting to look at.
I'm there.
A test of my abilities.
You should have run.
Oh wait, no, there's really no reason to cast a spell.
You're just in time. A bit longer and I'd have been... Whew, I don't even want to think about it. Can you imagine what a terrible loss this would have been? But it's all right now. I'm safe, sound, and unscathed, ready to lead you to victory. Lady Jamandi's holding the line in the banquet hall. You know, the one where she had us gathered before. We need to make our way to her. And along the way, we'll try to save some of these dummies who are supposed to accompany us to the stolen land. Speaking of dummies, take this ring. Quiet now, so that little fool doesn't hear us. She might try to steal it herself. It's magical. It'll protect you. You'll need it while you work to defend me.
Fancy golden signet ring with an intricate monogram, a personal gift from Tartuccio to Ren. This ring grants its wearer a +1 bonus to armor class. This is a deflection bonus that does not stack with others. Okay. I'll take a magic ring. Dagger. Only daggers. Well, you can still sell them. Door is blocked from the other side.
They walked on.
Going around. To select a single character, hold... Ah, okay, so you can choose... Alright.
It's time to act.
So I can choose my dudes to... Yeah,
never wrong.
That's good. Gold coins and a copper
I'll
ring.
take care of it.
The treasure hunting is always so much fun. It's delicious.
They dare to attack me?
Serves you right.
Okay, so here, mage.
Don't hold back.
I mean, yeah, I've literally just started throwing spells around, so you don't need to teach me how. I know how to use abilities too. Attack of opportunity. Some actions performed close to an armed opponent could provoke an additional attack. Yeah, I know.
I'm reading you out of our story.
Could this happen?
Follow if you dare.
Healing potions, good shit. Dagger. Healing potions are always good. Okay, you see on the left side there, they've got the portraits, the character portraits. The bar is next to those, so I do need to heal. Like, we got knocked down there.
We should move.
I always have a second plan.
I am never wrong. It's time to act.
There we go. Yeah, so we only have 10 hit points, because that's the thing with being level 1, right, is that you can get fucked up real easy.
I'm always ready.
Ah, there it is. So if you press left trigger in, you can see everything that's interactable.
I do what I must.
Nice. Gold coins.
Are absolute.
Gold coins. And some ink you can
I'll
sell.
take care of it.
Treasure. Heavy mace. And some hide armor, which I also can't equip.
Trusting you here.
Get some
It's
fish.
time to act. I'm by your side.
Oh, cool. Cooking ingredient. Can you cook? That'd be neat. A cooking almanac.
I am never wrong.
This way.
Silver ring and some more
Weapons,
gold.
spells, poisons. The art of killing is so diverse these days. A shame one life.
It's the end for you rats!
Let's make this quick.
This will hurt. My skills are absolute.
Oh, it's you. Stay up from under my feet or I'll strike you down. Blood for Gorum!
Barbarians.
I think that's exactly how heroes should be.
What? Stupid, sweaty, and always looking for something to gobble up or lop the head off of? Calistria, save me from such heroes.
Take their potions for sure, but they've just got
I'll
knives.
take care
So
of it.
they came to do this with knives only. Here we go. Oh, they brought a big man. Is that a frost giant? That's probably a frost giant.
This works for me.
We should move.
Potion of enlarged person.
I am never wrong.
All according to plan.
Passage is blocked. You cannot make it through this way. Yeah, no shit. Times interacting with an object requires a skill check. A successful check may be needed for a variety of tasks. I get that.
Anything else?
Hey, we can jump over the
Smash them and move on!
Alright.
You should have run.
You
You
deserve
attack
it.
him. You got
Leave
him.
this one to me.
I'm always ready.
More potions.
It's time to act. My skills are absolute. We should move.
Right.
I am never wrong. I'll take care of it.
Applause, please.
Okay.
It's time to act.
Banded
I know
mail.
what to do.
I don't really
Skills are absolute.
watch Keeper's Key.
We should move.
Tower shield. I really can't use any of these heavy weapons.
I'm off.
Masterwork light
I'll
mace.
take care
I
of
mean,
it.
my character's a sword saint, so I'm not going to be.
What have we here? This chest is full of gold. I guess it's for the guards' salaries, all things considered. Well, those freeloaders don't seem to have been working too hard for it. Maybe we should pocket it instead.
What? No, we're heroes, not thieves.
Who said we were stealing it? We'll just take the gold for safety so the assassins don't get it. And then we can heroically return it to Jamandi when this is all over.
Gold? Interesting. How much?
A lot. Take a look.
Are you out of your minds? We're in the middle of a battle. Blood flowing in rivers as an army of assassins chases us. And you want us to rob our host? A noble feat, to be sure.
Yeah, give.
I am never wrong.
This works for me.
Oh, familiar faces. I hope you're not so frightened as to swing at every shadow. It's me, Jaethal. I don't recommend advancing down the hallway, assuming you value your life, of course. There were a few people with me, and you can see what happened to them.
And just how did they all end up dead while you don't seem to have a scratch?
I'll answer but briefly and just once. Further scares and explanations will wait until we aren't being hunted by a group of assassins. Deal? All right. I'm undead. These traps are deadly to the living, but they're harmless to me.
What do you mean, undead? Really? Like zombies or skeletons or...
I'm guessing lich?
As I said, further explanations will wait until later. All you need to know right now is that we're on the same side, and we have to fight off a small army of hired assassins. Let's get to it.
Hey.
It's time to act. My skills are absolute.
Ask.
I'm always ready. We should move.
Anything is possible.
Bard, obviously.
I don't tolerate fools.
Sorcerer and chaotic evil, just keep that in mind.
Share your will.
Neutral evil inquisitor, alright, so...
I'll take care of it.
Yeah, they've given us a fairly,
I am never wrong.
fairly diverse party in terms of stuff.
And so they walked on.
Interesting.
Alright, so there's your trap. Which instead of...
Applause, please.
Yeah, we'll just disarm it. More gold. Some beads.
My skills are absolute. I'm there. There's something here.
That's why you do gotta be careful so you don't just run into them.
Anything else?
Good.
Interesting. Follow if you dare.
Applause, please.
It's time to act.
It's armor that I can't wear. Well, whatever. Scroll of Bless and Scroll of Shield of Faith.
We should move.
I mean, so scrolls are basically like single shot casts. So you use the item, it casts the spell, and then it goes away.
This will be quick.
What did they say about a cave? Yeah, I'm kind of interested in this too. Potion of Cure Light Wounds. Fuck yes, always good to have. They've got swords and shit, but who cares?
Ready.
We had the key because we stole it from the... Oh, there...
Grant your request.
There is a treasure room here. Silver disc. Gold coins.
I'll take care of it.
Rusty horseshoe. Okay, gold coins.
My skills are absolute.
That is possible.
You can count on me.
Okay, so what's the... I'm gonna find out how to get into this fucking secret room in here. Oh, okay, so...
Don't push me!
The trick is that there's 6 of them.
This works for me.
I will indulge you.
So you need to click on the statue in the following order. So...
Right.
3, sword up. 6, sword up.
Urgathoa guides me.
4, sword down. Hey, there we go.
I do what I must.
Carved figurine, decorated scabbard, shining scale, some gold.
It's time to act.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Oh no, it was trapped with ooze! Well, I can solve that. Map, wooden mug, silver chain, and some gold. Oh yeah, good start.
I'm by your side.
Treasure chest with, ooh, gemstones, there you go. Delicious gemstones. Agate, potion of remove blindness, that seems useful. Carved beads, more silver gold.
That is possible.
Silver.
I am never wrong.
Okay, so... And for the next one, which is down... There's apparently 2 secret rooms. You do... 6 sword down, and then 1 sword down, which is... up here.
I'm there.
Yeah. How you would know any of this without looking it up, I don't know, but there you go.
And so they walked on.
Shining scale, carved urn, 10 gold.
I'll take care of it.
Ink,
My
gold.
skills are absolute.
Wand of Magic Missile. And Masterwork Nunchuck. Oh, damn it, I should have used nunchucks as my my weapon.
In due time.
Now, Wand of Magic Missile is cool, because it's like, it gives you charges that regenerate over time.
It's time to act. I'm always ready.
So you can cast the wand 11 times, which is cool. Okay, so there we go.
I know what to do.
And then our leader charged forwards. Hey, wait for me!
What we got? 3 of them?
I still...
Any last wishes?
Everything is so much fun with a little fire. What a night, huh? I thought I was all alone. It's good you're here. A bit boring, chasing fool assassins without anyone watching the show.
It's not fun at all. Many people have died for nothing.
Okay, I got a world check that I passed. You sound like a Kelishite, am I right?
Of course. I'm from Kadira. But tales of hot deserts and shady oases can wait until the fighting's finished. But if you'd like to share a dinner and pleasant conversation, just say the word. I like making new friends.
I don't think we've met.
I am Kayesi, one of the many here who seek a better fate, answering the call of Lady Jamandi. But unlike the others, I never dropped my guard, day or night. It's why I'm still alive.
There are assassins on the prowl. We have to go.
I don't know where you're heading, but I'll be at the entrance to the main hall. I think I saw some guards there. Join me there, if you wish.
I will grant your
I'm
request.
never wrong. I'll take care of it.
Always take the potions.
You can count on me.
My skills are absolute.
Grotus, I can sense your silhouette hovering over me. It won't be much longer. Soon we shall meet, O Lord of Oblivion.
The dwarf is lying on the ground, staring into the dark sky. He doesn't seem to have any severe wounds, but his trembling whisper is weak, as though we were at death's door. Diplomacy 15. Aren't you being a bit premature? Look at yourself. You've barely got a scratch.
That's impossible. Oh, it seems you might be right.
We'll be able to trade people out in time, yeah.
It seems I will live. I suppose I must postpone meeting my god. Not for long, I'm sure. But while we remain in this transient world, Arim is at your service.
See, we've only filled out 5 of the available party members. Group formation. Okay, yeah, yeah.
I'm always ready. I'm off.
You, run and get an axe. You, bring more water. You, stay here and hold our defense. Those assassins are still around here somewhere. Aha! Some of our guests survived. Good. You need to get to the banquet hall and help Lady Jamandi.
Who are you?
Keston, House Garess, a fighter in the service of Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori. Right now, I'm in charge of the mansion guards. As you can see, there's a lot to do.
If I were a rich and influential lady like Jamandi, I'd also give myself a manly captain of the guard.
What's going on?
Someone opened the gate, let in a group of assassins in the middle of the night. Now they've set the mansion on fire to cut off access to the hall. They don't want Lady Jamandi to get reinforcements. We cleared the passage so you can get through. Just try to avoid inhaling the smoke. We'll be right behind you. We just need to put out the fire first to save the mansion.
Considering Lady Jamandi's fate, I'm not surprised that the whole pack of assassins were unleashed on her, including a giant. But what's at stake? What could anyone hope to gain?
Do you need help putting out the fire?
No, we'll manage. I've got my best people here, those who still live. Your place is by Lady Aldori's side.
It doesn't seem right. What if some of the guards are wounded? We need to help them.
Where the hall, though?
You'll have to run through the fire. We've almost put it out at the entrance, so your main concern should be to not inhale any smoke. Hold your breath and take the first right, then head straight down the hallway.
I'll go
Fire
immediately.
doesn't frighten me, thanks to hell's blood running in my veins. I'll go ahead and wait for you on the other side. Catch up!
May Abadar keep you safe.
Wrote as follows.
So our adventure started earlier and much more tragic than we'd expected. Some game events play out as illustrated book episodes, which is so you can make decisions that they can't necessarily have animated. The whole team who'd gathered in the hall yesterday had been reduced to but a handful of brave souls, led by Ren, and not at all by that scoundrel Tartuccio, no matter what he might have imagined for himself. Jamandi Aldori was waiting for us, but to get to her, we'd have to march through fire, literally. As we approached the burning building, we drenched ourselves with buckets of water. Prudence is the key to victory. Before moving through the fire, we thoroughly wet our clothes and hair. After that, we covered our noses and mouths before we rushed inside. Good thing we hadn't wasted any time after Thank you, a sound effect. After entering the building and taking just a few steps forward, the wall behind us slanted and crashed down with a terrifying crackling sound, blocking the path back. Well, we may not have planned on going back. If we'd come in a little later, the flaming logs and red-hot bricks would have fallen right on our heads. Regardless, we were left with only one way to go. The hot air burned our lungs and our eyes watered from the smoke, but Ren led us stubbornly forward through the flames, while Tartuccio did nothing useful at all. We made it to the hallway leading to the banquet hall when we heard someone calling for us. It was Valerie, one of the guards I'd chatted with a bit in the banquet hall. Even then, in that calm setting, I'd been stunned by her beauty, but now, amid the smoke and flames, she looked like a celestial avenger, an armored deity, menacing but beautiful and merciful, descending from the higher spheres to help us poor mortals. She held a burned, barely living guard in her arms. "There are two more," she shouted as she passed by us. "They are wounded. Help me pull them out." Tartuccio grumbled something about how Jamandi was waiting for us. Meanwhile, Ren rushed to save the guards from the fire. Yeah. And that's a successful check, thank you. Saving the poor fellows did not take long. Together we lifted them up and carried them away from the fire. Only then did Valerie pause to catch her breath and wipe the sweat from her face. "Thank you, that was truly noble of you," she said. "And now let us rush to Lady Aldori's aid." Ensuring the guards we rescued were relatively safe, we made our way to the hall where the battle was already in full swing. Gained 9 experience. And a 6th party member, there you go.
It's time to act.
As you order.
I'm pretty okay leaving behind the crap.
I am never wrong.
I do like that. That's a cool little innovation too. Having role-playing segments like that, that's nice.
to attack me?
Okay, so she's stuck in there with the giant, which is probably not something we can do until we disable that shield. Okay, so this is gonna be a thing. First things first. We need to be laying down some damage here. What do you got? Actually, you can just go in for the attack. You're a
Unworthy.
Kareem's a druid, so he's got. Buff me with Bless. She is a frontline fighter, can just go in.
Let us strike as one.
And I'm gonna summon my leopard. Oh, did I fucking get killed right away? Damn it. Okay. Really shouldn't put a sword person out front, I think. Yeah. I need to reposition my guy.
We should move.
I'll take care of it.
Obviously having me at the front is not actually helping very much.
I'm always ready. My skills are absolute.
It's gotta be in the formation section.
I'm listening. As you order.
There's gotta be a way to change that. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, reorder. Her at the front.
It's time to act.
Ask.
The angel's near.
We should
Like that.
I am never wrong.
Somewhere in the middle of the party, yeah. What do you got? Just a ton of potions. Bracers. Unidentified bracers, so they got magic on them. We can find that out later. Alchemist's Fire, which is a fire potion. acid flask, and acid flask, healing potion, healing potion, healing potion, it's leather armor, which I can't use, unfortunately.
I'll take care of it. I'm always ready. It's time to act.
I will grant your request.
I want to see what the giant's holding on to. Change certain a great axe. So he didn't even come with very much stuff.
We should move.
Rotas follows in my steps.
I am never wrong.
Thank you for your valor and bravery. The enemy was strong, but you were stronger. And that means I made the right choice. Just as I thought, there were worthy leaders among you. I'm especially grateful to them for the courage and common sense they showed while defending the mansion. But this attack means we have even less time than I thought. Someone already knows of our plans and is acting against us. You'll begin your expedition immediately.
Lady Aldori, please, I know who arranged this attack. The vile king of Pitax, Iroveti. What's more, I know who among us works for him. Hey, you! Show everyone the ring you're wearing. You think I wouldn't recognize Iroveti's seal? That's why she wasn't killed. The bandits recognized her as one of their own by this signet ring.
You did set me up. Tartuccio's trying to set me up. He's the one who gave me this ring.
Yes. Such a gambit would be typical of Iroveti and his henchmen. And yet, it still seems suspicious.
That was a successful diplomacy check.
There's definitely a spy among us. But who? All I have is one word against another. I'm afraid you're both under suspicion.
They both came to your aid, Lady Jamandi. But a liar's cunning knows no bounds. I've never met these two or their companions. For all I know, they're all conspiring spies.
How could you say that? We fought together. We literally went through fire together. And then you vanished into thin air. After you promised you'd wait.
My words might be rash.
I bet my life the spies anyone but this woman. I saw how she dealt with those creeps with my own eyes. A true warrior. I'd go with her through hell and high water. This purple crook, on the other hand. He's got the eyes of a spy. And the mug of a spy!
Lady Aldori, don't listen to this thick-headed barbarian. She doesn't know what she's talking about. During the attack, our leader showed her true colors. She forced us to break into the armory and rob it. And not just that. Upon finding the guards' salaries in the armory, she immediately pocketed it all.
We weren't trying to take the money, we just wanted to keep it away from the bandits. Ah, Beans, fail check.
Red-handed would say the same.
That was a sound decision. Sometimes one must act at one's own risk and peril, until crossing the boundaries of what is allowed. Showing initiative is no crime.
Well, of course, theft is not to be condoned. However, when the fire burns around you, and you are but one step away from death, is it not insane to worry about laws and rules?
What about that trick she pulled right before we came in here? She knew very well you were fighting the enemy, but instead of rushing to help you, she dallied as long as she could, dropping everything to save people from the fire, even though the guards were handling things just fine. She was obviously hoping to show up too late and find you already dead.
People were dying right in front of me. How could I have just walked by?
Really, Tartuccio? You're seriously trying to blame someone for saving people from a fire?
That's a successful check.
May Shellen spare me from ever having to make such a choice, but she behaved decently, as a true leader.
A true leader is someone who has their priorities straight, not someone who would put a valuable ally's life in danger for the sake of some servant.
Enough squabbling. I'm still not sure which of you I can trust. However, the risk of entrusting the whole affair to a spy is too great. Here's what we'll do. 2 teams will head out. That way, I'll know at least one group can be counted on to serve my interests in the Stolen Lands.
Lady Aldori, most of those who were to set off for the Stolen Lands have been killed. Those who yet live will require help. Please allow me to join the expedition.
I'm sad to lose such a talented warrior. But you're right, Valerie. They have greater need of you right now. Go, and may Abadar keep you. Which of the 2 teams would you prefer to accompany?
If my leader allows, I would join her team. She seems a worthy commander in my eyes.
Commanders, military leaders, all these laws and rules are but dust and vanity. I suppose I will accompany Tartuccio.
Our leader is good in battle, but I don't like all the spiritual agonizing. I prefer those who can act without wasting time helping every little pipsqueak. Those like Tartuccio.
Ugh, Tartuccio's going to take the credit for himself and be done with it. Shelyn, spare me from such allies. I'm going with you. You're a hero worthy of my quill.
As for me, I know neither of these 2. At least not well enough. And I have no wish to become an unwitting pawn to an unworthy leader. If Lady Jamandi allows, I'll remain in Restov and help mend the wounds this attack has inflicted. But who knows? The road may bring me to the Stolen Lands, but not yet.
I don't even need to think. I'm coming with this woman. As for you, Purple Toad, just wait until we meet along the way. I'll be sure to hang your rotten spy guts from the trees.
All right, we have 2 teams. To avoid unnecessary conflict on the road, you'll each take a different route to the Stolen Lands. Tartuccio's team will go through Navakta's Crossing. The garrison commandant will provide him all the help he needs. You will take your team to Oleg Levitin's trading post. He's been complaining about the Stag Lord's bandits for a while now. There, you'll be provided with all the necessary travel supplies.
Alrighty.
I'd like to believe you, but I know all too well how convincing traitors and spies can be. If you're truly innocent, I hope you can forgive me this precaution. While you're away, Keston will investigate the night's events and learn who in Restov is working for Pitax. But you should know that it isn't just Pitax we need to worry about. The Royal House of Sertova may also interfere in our plans. I've managed to keep this affair a secret from them so far, but that can't last long. By my estimations, you have no more than 3 months. After that, any feats you accomplish will be pointless. And now, farewell. This battle was but the first ordeal along your path, and you overcame it as true champions of Restov. May the obstacles that follow also fall to your feet. Fear nothing, my friends, and return victorious.
Surviving a terrible night, our small team set off to brave our fate. Beware, Stolen Lands. Heroes are on the way.
Big long games are good, though. And here's your map. so where's the... Oh my, it's a big map, huh? Oh no! Oh, I see now. There's someone in the road, get ready. Random encounters are always fun.
Their life ends here.
Oh, we found... Did we find fucking tigers? Thylacines, okay, so... Yes. Characters have restored their lost hit points, and those capable of casting spells will replenish them. Yeah, that's largely what I thought. Once everyone is gathered around the bonfire, press the manage button to see a special camp interface used to set the resting time and distribute the following responsibilities among your members. Hunting, camp camouflage, cooking, special ability.
I'm always ready.
Give the order.
Oh, I probably can't deep help them because I don't have the ability to.
I'll take care of it. It's time to act.
I need a challenge.
Oh man. Okay, so... I'll hide the camp. She can do the hunting. Okay, so that seems fine.
Your name to be glorified through the ages? Without a bard to trumpet your feats, that simply wouldn't happen. But just imagine, noble Valerie, daring protector of the stolen lands.
What is that? The title of a poem? Sounds more like an epitaph. I'm starting to think you're not even going to let me rest in peace.
Hunting took 12 hours. Hunters foraged food equal to 4 rations. Camp camouflage successful. Man cook prepared an excellent hearty meal. Yaha. Do you need to sleep, dear? 'Cause that's like it's about lunchtime here if you want to go to do some rest.
I do what I must.
Well,
always a good idea to save. Okay.
What you want?
Sounds like a good plan. Love you.